Okay, so when you picture Rio de Janeiro, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's this image of just breathtaking beauty, right? A city that seems to just perfectly blend in with nature. But here's the thing, that's only half the story.
I mean, you can just see it, can't you? Those incredible mountains diving right into the ocean, those perfect beaches, and you can practically hear the samba music spilling out onto the streets. It's the ultimate postcard city, so vibrant, so alive.
Because underneath that absolutely stunning surface is one of the most complex and one of the most unequal cities on the entire planet. That effortless beauty you see, it's actually the result of this immense constant tension.
So in this explainer, we're going to go way beyond the postcard. We're going to look at how these contradictions, sitting right there next to each other, are what truly define this incredible place.
And this contrast, this is everything. On one side, you have the image we all know and love, the beaches, the mountains, the music. But on the other, you have the reality, a city literally built on vertical inequality with these deep historic divides and just a palpable everyday tension. So to really get how Rio got here, we have to start at the beginning. We've got to look at the two huge forces that shaped it from day one. Its one-of-a-kind geography and its colonial past. Look, pretty much everything in Rio comes back to the land itself. The city is literally squeezed between these super steep, jungle-covered mountains and a really narrow strip of coast. This physical compression is the absolute key to understanding the city's entire layout. And the result of that geography is, well, it's profound. The flat, valuable land by the coast, that was all claimed for the formal city. So where did everyone else go? There was only one direction left, up. The informal neighborhoods, the favelas, they started to climb the steep mountainsides, creating a city that is starkly divided by how high up you live. This creates a physical, vertical hierarchy that you just don't see in many other places. It's not just that rich and poor neighborhoods are in different parts of town. Your actual place in the city is literally determined by how high up the hill you are. And then history came along and basically poured concrete on top of this physical division. Rio was a colonial capital, right? So power and wealth were all down by the sea, built by enslaved people who were pushed to the margins. And even after slavery was abolished, that physical inequality never went away. It just got baked into the structure of the modern city. Okay, so we've got the geography, we've got the history. But how does this division actually play out in people's day-to-day lives? Well, this is where it all becomes about proximity versus separation. And first, we need to get something really important straight about what a favela is. It's not an accident. It's not a blight. It is a direct, logical response to being excluded. It's housing and community built by people in the exact places where the formal city just failed to provide for them. This is so crucial to understand. The favelas aren't these separate things way out on the edge of town. They are woven directly into the city's fabric, often looking right down on the wealthiest neighborhoods. They aren't outside of Rio, they are inside it. And you see this in the economy too. The city has these powerful formal sectors, tourism, energy, and they exist right alongside a massive informal economy that just fills in all the gaps. The tension comes from how these two worlds really depend on each other, even while one kind of pretends the other doesn't exist. It's a relationship that's anything but stable. So the reality for so many residents is that work is just unstable, it's unpredictable, it might be seasonal, it's always super competitive, and the incredible wealth the city generates is, well, it's not distributed consistently at all. This creates a constant economic pressure cooker. And that pressure cooker definitely extends to security. It creates a city of fragments. Some areas become these zones of total control, gated buildings, private security. Other areas become zones of neglect where safety is uncertain and it's up to the community to handle it. Just like wealth, safety is not spread out evenly. So, in a city that's defined by so much pressure, so much division, what on earth holds it all together? The answer is one of Rio's most powerful, most unstoppable forces. It's culture. Now this is probably the single most important idea to really understanding Rio's soul. Culture is not a luxury. It's not just for tourists. It's the essential infrastructure that allows the city and its people to survive. And what does this infrastructure look like? Well, it's the samba schools. It's the carnival street parties, the blocos. It's the amazing street art you see everywhere. The deeply rooted community rituals. These are not just hobbies, They are genuine support systems. Culture creates a sense of belonging precisely where the formal systems have failed. It literally manufactures joy even when people are under incredible strain. It's how the city's heart keeps beating, even when other parts are falling short.
And that brings us to the future. A city this complex doesn't just change overnight. It changes through this constant daily negotiation. So what are the huge questions that Rio is facing right now?
First, there's security. Is it even possible to make the city safer for everyone without just creating more division, without building more walls and pushing people further apart? Then there's development. Can the city's infrastructure, transport, sanitation, healthcare, can it actually be built to serve everybody, including the people on the hillsides, and not just the formal postcard city down by the coast? And really, all of that leads to the biggest, toughest question of all. How do you even begin to heal a city that's been so physically and historically divided against itself for centuries?
There are no easy answers, but to truly understand Rio, you have to get this paradox. It is, at the very same time, breathtakingly beautiful and systemically broken. It is overwhelmingly joyful and unbelievably tense. It's a city that shows you how people not only survive but find ways to thrive when beauty and inequality are forced to share the very same block.